Hi everyone, my name is Sagar. Welcome to the Cloud Tech Channel. In this series, we will learn EU AI Act and 42001 mapping on-prem and cloud. Today's video is overview of EU Act and 5 steps to prepare inventory, risk classification, and controls for responsible EU AI. This five phases framework is designed to responsible, compliant, and auditable AI deployment, focusing on structured approach to governance and security of AI. Scope, inventory, risk, and controls. We will now explore these phases in detail, ensuring a comprehensive strategy for AI regulation. Phase 1, scope. Here we define boundaries for which AI systems are in scope, identify stakeholders like owners, users, and regulators, and set clear objective, focusing on compliance goals and risk appetite. Phase 2, inventory. This involves creating an AI system catalog to document every model, dataset, and vendor. We will also establish data lineage to trace inputs, outputs, and dependencies, and map ownership to assign accountability per system. Phase 3, risk. We first identify risk across bias, safety, and compliance. Then we assess by scoring likelihood and impact per system. Finally, we prioritize resources on the highest risk areas first. Controls like access, encryptions, and monitoring and policy. Controls such as guidelines and standard and human oversight for review gates and escalation paths. Phase 5, audit. This includes internal review for self-assessment against governance standards, independent testing for third-party validation of controls, and certification with formal sign-off and audit trail documentation. The complete journey is a continuous cycle. It starts with defining the scope, cataloging the inventory, assessing the risk, implementing controls, and finally audit to verify compliance. Governance is an ongoing discipline, not a one-time destination. Upon completion of all phases, the audit is passed, governance is verified, compliance is confirmed, and AI systems are operating within defined risk boundaries. This include the Act officially called EU Regulation 2024-1689 was signed in August 2024. Remember when the EU created GDPR for data privacy? This is the same idea, but for artificial intelligence, it basically says not all AI is the same. Some AI is fine. Some AI needs controls, and it just you can see 35 million or turnover, 7% fine, global turn, high risk classification, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. You can see all the art and who it applies to. And this law applies to any company which is AI and either operates in the EU or has EU customer. So even a US startup selling to European customer has to follow this. Now we will see risk classification matrix. The EU AI Act puts all AI into 4 risk buckets. Let me walk you through them, and I'm going to use a real everyday example so it makes sense. Minimal risk, you can see here. This is your Netflix recommendation engine. The AI that picks what show to watch next, or the spam filter in your Gmail. Nobody's life is being ruined by a bad recommendation. So that's very relaxed. You just need to follow some good practice guidelines we will see in next videos. Next, limited risk. This is where chatbot live. Like when you go to the bank website and a little pop-up says, "Hi, I'm here to help." Under this law, that chatbot must tell you it's an AI. You have the right to know. No pretending to be human. This is limited. Next, high risk. Now, this is where it gets serious. If an AI is making decision that affect your job, your loan, your medical treatment, it's high risk. Think about a CV screening tool that decide if you get interview, or an AI that decide if you get approved or for a mortgage. These tools need strict controls. This is high risk, and where we are going to map all this high risk acts on prem and Azure. This is unacceptable. These are fully banned emotion, surveillance at work, social scoring system like in some countries, real-time mass, facial recognition by police in public spaces. This cannot be used in the EU. Okay, so now I want to show you the practical stuff. The first thing every company needs to do is build an AI inventory. Basically, write down every single AI tool your company uses, even the ones you didn't buy yourself. That free ChatGPT account your marketing team is using. It counts. Let me show you that these tools, like in our template here. So you can see we have got A1001, which is ChatGPT for customer support. That's limited risk, needs a disclosure label. AI003 CV screening tool, CV screening tool, that's high risk, needs human oversight, bias testing, technical documentation, EU database registration. And look at AI006. This is an emotion detection CCTV system status. Ban that company needs to stop using it. This inventory, this spreadsheet right here, is your legal evidence that you have thought about AI governance. Keep up to date. Now let's look at something really useful for those of who have to prepare for compliance audits. This audit checklist is basically questions, and for each high-risk AI system, you go through and mark pass, fail, or in progress. Technical documentation exists for the AI system. Pass. Owner responsible, ACT. And this is AI system inventory register. Now we will see AI compliance audit checklist. Take a look at requirement C1. On you can see here on screen, human review process exists for AI decision. Imagine a candidate applies for a role and an AI rejects them before they have been finished their coffee. No feedback, no human contact. Under the EU AI Act, that's not just bad practice, it's a legal violation. People have right to a human second opinion or manual review. So you can see here is fail because no manual review path for auto rejections. This is AI auditor checklist, or you can maintain checklist to be compliant and review regularly your compliance and governance. Next, look at requirement F1. This is the license plate for AI. It means you have to register. You have to register in EU database. This company failed to register their high risk AI in the EU database. It's red flag for regulators. It tells them that the company is operating off the grid, and that makes you high priority target for an audit. Here is the reality. Regulators aren't just wondering if they should visit, they are planning when they walk through those doors. This checklist is the first thing they will ask to see. Every fail you see here is financial and a reputational risk. We don't just need to tick the boxes, we need to evidence to back it up. Let's fix these gaps before the auditor finds them for us. Let me be really clear about the consequences because this is where people wake up. Article 99 of the EU Act sets out the penalties. If you use a banned AI system like that emotion surveillance system we saw, the fine is up to 35 million euros or 7% of your global annual revenue, whichever is higher. We will see in this sheet. I'll show you. See, this is 99, Article 90 penalty frame up to 35 million or 7% global turnover. All AI operator. We will see all this detail in next videos. Okay, you can see penalty breach. If penalty breach, this is Article 5. And if you mislead the regulator during an audit, 7.5 million euros is penalty. Now we will every small company immediately get fined, probably not in a year one, but the enforcement starts in 2026, and regulators in Germany, France, Netherlands, they are already hiring AI oversight teams. The question is not if you will be audited, It's when. Okay, so let me bring it all together. Here is your 5 step action plan to get compliant. Step 1, build your AI inventory. Use the template I'm showing you. Write down every AI system takes a weekend to do it. Step 2, classify the risk for each system. Decide it's minimal, limited, high, or unacceptable. Use the risk classification sheet. Then step 3, map to EU Act articles. Which articles apply to each system? The mapping sheet does this for you. And step 4, run the audit checklist, which we have seen. For every high risk AI, go through and mark, pass or fail, find the gaps. Step 5, fix the gaps and register. Get documentation done, add transparency levels, set up human oversight, register high risk AI in the EU database by August 2026. That's it. 5 steps. You now have a compliance program. And as I said in last video, I will share with the risk classification inventory. So this is all AI risk classification and steps and how to achieve and how to maintain AI compliance and secure AI. All right, that's a wrap up on the EU AI Act basics. I know it sounds like a lot, but honestly, once you have got your inventory built and your checklist done, you are probably 70% of the way there. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment challenges you are facing, and I will create video on solutions. And next video we are going to do a deeper into article 9, risk management for high risk AI. That's one going to get really specific, and we will try to do on cloud. Then see you in next video. Take care.